think I finally found out why I love Witchcraft Works so freaking much. It's because we don't have our standard Gary Stu in an actual character development. I mean, the roles are reversed. The main female character is actually protecting our main male character, but at the same time, she is freaking OP! Oh, freaking P! I mean, she is the definition. I mean, there are so many freaking awesome scenes in the second episode. I mean, grabbing the freaking bullets, and then just dropping like this. Something you see in like Dragon Ball Z, the way she just drops like that. It's like a freaking Gohan crap from Dragon Ball Z, and then she's like, bang. I literally said bang when she said that. I mean, right before she said that, I actually said that when I was watching it. I was like, holy crap. I got so into this episode. I mean, the entire fight when she like moves her cape in front of the bullets, and you just see all the bullets reflecting off it. At the first thought, my mind was like, I'm Batman's cape. That's just Batman's cape literally came in and was reflecting bullets. But I mean, this episode, the freaking fighting, the fighting is a really good major plus in this series. I did not expect the fighting to be this good, and especially the way they just Ayaka's actual character design is, especially with the flames all around her, and the way her hat and clothing just gets fire effect on her, is a really beautiful animation. It's not a top quality animation, but the way they managed to pull it off, it looks beautiful, and it really complements her character. Now, our poor main male character, Takamiya, he's a pitiful, pitiful main character. You gotta feel so sorry for him. I mean, he's getting tossed around, slung around, he's a weakling. He kinda reminds me of Yuji from Shakugan no Shana, to be completely honest. This entire setup, the way it's going, feels like that. Now, I don't know if it's just me also, but does anyone else not get that feeling that, like, all the witches in this series remind you of Toho? It does. I mean, all the witches have kind of, like, the same characteristic designs of it. So I like that. I think that's what really attracts me the most about this series. Now, I will say, the comedy in this episode, there was some pretty freaking good comedy moments, and there wasn't a lot of fan service like I would have thought that this series would have had. I mean, in my last review, I thought there was going to be a harem, romance, love triangle that was just going to be a cliche romance. But this episode shocked me. Of course, we had some comedy moments, especially leading kind of towards fan service, especially when all the other witches of the towers get caught by our main female character, Ayaka, and just, there's like, oh, we want your white stuff in your body. Now, I know I'm not the only one. Let's all be honest here. We all thought of something dirty when they said that, okay? Let's be honest. But I will say, though, looking past the entire part of that, what were they truly kind of referring to on our main male character's body? I mean, okay, I'm guessing, judging by how much anime I've seen, he most likely they're talking about his soul or some form of magical essence inside of his body. I mean, in the opening song, after actually paying attention really to the opening song, which I love, by the way, you get to see our main male character, Takamiya, actually flying on a broom, and he even said in this second episode he wanted to be an apprentice. So, he wants to be a freaking magician. So, now, how good is his magic going to be? Is this why the witches of the tower want to capture him or kill him because of how dangerous he is? Or is there other certain reasons behind it? Or is he just a failure? Or do they really want the white stuff from his body? I mean, there's many different innuendos in this episode. I like it, but at the same time, whoa. There wasn't fan service that distracted. There was only probably one scene in this episode that was distracting with fan service, and anyone could probably guess it right off the bat. It's that freaking cafe scene with the over-exaggerated boing. And that wasn't even like your standard boinging sound of Opie. That was just like, crunch, crunch, like a freaking truck was hitting a wall or something. So, I'll say, I was actually more laughing at that scene than actually just being annoyed by it. Now, this episode, it flowed well. The plot direction, way I see it going, we have two sides of witches or magicians, either way you want to call them. We got witches of the tower, and we got basically witches of craft, or craft witches that work in this workshop. Now, craft witches, as we can guess, is the good side, and the witches of the tower are the evil side. They're basically the selfish witches that want to just have all the greedy, I guess, magical essence or whatever they want. So, the craft witches are trying to protect our main male character. But why are they trying to protect him? What is his actual role in this story? What major power does he have, or different type of talent that he has that other witches are coming after him? And hopefully they don't go with something cliche with that, because I have a lot of expectations about his character, and I'm really enjoying this series. It's doing such great things about all the freaking character designs, and the way they managed to do the music. The music is a high plus in this series. I mean, it definitely complements those battle scenes great. And we got to see more mechanical freaking bunnies. More mechanical bunnies, yes. And just really, I cannot wait for the next episode. This series has been a really great freaking ride so far. Just 2 episodes and I'm already freaking hooked. I cannot wait for the next episode. I'm actually starting to have a little bit of withdrawals from not having this series already. And, you know, if you haven't watched Witchcraft Works yet, you need to go watch it. I mean, this series definitely might not be for everyone, because the main female character kind of seems a little bit emotionless. And actually, speaking of the main female character, I almost forgot. Okay, if you don't remember from a certain scene in this episode, it looked like our main female character, Ayaka, actually absorbs freaking damage from our main male character when he gets hurt. So, does she put a spell on him to take all damage off of him to put it onto her, or is there something else going on? Because that leaves a big question right there. Is she like his familiar? Just right there, I'm very curious about that, but I mean, we'll have to wait for the upcoming episodes. Well, tell me what you think about this episode of Witchcraft Works. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me all know in the comments below. Y'all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you live. I love y'all. Chibi out.